What's going on? Welcome back on the channel. And before you click and skip ahead of this video, I just want to reach out and thank all the new subscribers from this year. We had a blast. Videos weren't as consistent. I got a lot going on. Kids, work, a couple different jobs. We're trying to make it happen. We love bringing you guys content, but I need a favor. Currently, we are at 850 subscribers. I need 150 more. Please subscribe. 99% of you don't subscribe. You just come and watch a video and fly away. Subscribe, please. Help us out. Get us to 1,000. Hopefully get monetized and maybe we can do some bigger stuff. I want to do crazy giveaways, more videos, but this stuff, as you know, costs a fortune. I want to get into doing some merch for you too. I got some great ideas, but need 1,000. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. Let's get back to this video. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're in the shop for a Twisted Side-by-Side shop edition. We're working on Clifford. Yes, I know. I lost a letter. I'll have to get that fixed. I get really sick and tired of washing this thing. It's a lot of work. It's painful. One of the biggest things that's the worst to wash is this area in general is awful. Yes. We have a new cooler. Old Blue is retired. I was sick and tired of having muddy adult drinks, water, you know, can't have that. So we went out and got actual Polaris one that locks in quick and easy. Put these pins in, pop it in and out, take it where you want. It's got a seal, locked in, good to go. I want to make a mount for this too. It still fits nicely. Get to the point of this video. There's a new vehicle out, the Xpedition. I like the back of it. I think that looks really cool. It's functional, blocks a lot. I want to do the same to this. I want to come from here and go probably straight back, maybe a little curve down and end here. I'm figuring to do an enclosure, but having this all closed in, I'll have to make vents for here. Having this all, because all the mud gets in here, it comes through the cab, it sprays up all in here and fills the box. Arguably, this box is really easy to take out. It's 4 bolts. I love that. But you still have to take it out and wash it and take everything out of the back to clean it every time. Can you imagine this whole section inside didn't have to clean? It'd be wicked. That's my plan. That's what I want to try. I don't know if it'll work or not. Got this idea from B is for Build to make templates out of it. 78 bucks for 100 feet of it. Then we're going to use this 18 gauge sheet steel. Put this on the inside of the steel to help strengthen it. And then the angle iron will go along the sides. We'll go along the sides here and here. So you have something to fasten to. That's my plan. I don't know. It'll probably all change. Maybe this won't even work. I don't know. I will know better when I get the ram board all cut and placed and put in here. I will have to turn my roof back probably to here and have it start from here and come out and then maybe a little angle down. Another tricky part is it angles from there to here. I've measured it almost a foot. So it's gonna have to come on an angle this way too, which will look cool. But that's also a lot of work figuring that angle out for the bend. Yep. Doing the bending, that'll be fun too. I'm gonna have to figure that out. You have to excuse my janky rigging here, but there's kind of one side ish. Yeah. I have no idea how to get this. I mean, I have to actually build maybe a little better of a jig. I know this is just to get an idea, but it's got to be pretty accurate. Got jack standing here up 31 inches to the top, and then put it out. This bar's pretty well even with that side. Same as this side. I just happened to have one that was the right length. I didn't cut that. And I just used these clamps and ran this 1/4 inch rod that I had, I showed you earlier, to follow the angle. I know it's not perfectly level right now, but kind of cut so you sort of see what I'm going for here. Nice slope, and then it comes even with the top of the roof and then has a little, let's call it a radius, but slope to the back. And I think that looks freaking epic. That is gonna look neat when that's in metal. Rigging, you can do whatever, which way you want. This isn't the right way. I really wanted to get an idea of where to go with this next time because I'm out of time now. Where to go with the next step. The next step for me is to make sure that rigging is better. Cut this side will actually give you a little better idea too. I'm struggling a little bit with trying to hold it down. This tape isn't really, I guess that is sticking a little bit. Well, we're back at another day. Yep. Looking fresh. Bam! That looks wicked. That's gonna look keen. That obviously goes right down to there. Yeah, it's ready to come off and go on the table, grab my steel, put on the table and put this over top and trace it out, do some measurements, make sure it's square and even. But I think that's gonna be pretty close. Okay, I've been going through this and I got it onto the sheet metal here. Just looking minty. It actually takes up most of the sheet. It's a full 4x8 and it takes up quite a bit of it. And luckily it's 4 feet, exactly what I need. That was not by design. Just a fluke. I got measuring and it's not perfect. It's bottom's pretty good, so that's center. But these obviously where I cut around both these, they're not like, so I measured from here 12 inches, and then I measured from the corner to the center, corner to center. And from there, this line here was pretty close. Then I went to this line and you can see this where the curve comes in and the line compared to the line here, the curve should be out here. So I'm thinking, I'm like, well, we want them exactly the same both sides. Why don't we just cut this down the center, clamp it, mark this side out, and then just flip it and mark that side out. Then you're using the same template left and right. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's a smart idea. I'm not a cardboard master. B is for build. A lot better at it than I am. So that's the update. That's the plan. I'm gonna cut this in half and trace it out onto the steel. I don't have another Sharpie. I'm out of Sharpies. I don't know where they all went. It's very frustrating because I'm the only one that works in here, and they're all gone. Maybe no one will like this, and everyone will think it's freaking ugly. I think it's gonna be freaking sweet. I was thinking of making the snorkels come up through it somehow. If I could find some sweet like snorkel tips, not the whole system, just the tips to come up through the steel at the side. One thing I was gonna do was put a capture it and close the back, but that clutch exhaust comes into the box and the intake from the engine sucks from both sides, mainly from this side. So if I close that in, it's gonna be sucking hot air into the motor. All the clutch heat is gonna be going into the intake. Not smart. I think I might leave it open unless I can get those to vent out this way, which would look so freaking cool. May have to go a little further in this project and do that. But for now, let's get this laid out. It is traced. Let me see that all or not. Oh, it's a big piece. Crazy thing is not even the scariest part, the bend, the 2 bends after. That have to be perfectly centered and aligned. That's gonna be the scary part. It's traced out. Fingers crossed, because yeah, you only get one shot at this. I'm hoping you have a little extra to finance. GoPro batteries, man. As soon as it's that thing was like 60%. It's not even, it's actually warm in here. Died. Anyways, I've been watching some of my old videos from way back, like very beginning, and how horrific they were, especially with I think I had a GoPro 5, and I say anyways a lot. So I apologize. I didn't really realize that till now. So anyways, I'm gonna start cutting. Wish me luck. Okay, it is cut. You guys probably seen that. Turned out pretty decent. It's all ground up, ready to go. I'm gonna shut this off. We'll show you this. We got this at an auction. It's like a humongous HEPA filter. I'm too cheap for the charcoal filters, so I just put those filters in, 2 of them. Those aren't that old. Look how dirty they are. Next step is to remeasure the angles. I already measured from that outside to that outside, and from here to here to get my taper. I'm gonna remeasure that just to double check. Spend a little more time doing it. And then I already have center. I'm gonna double check center, and then I'll mark out from here, and then mark out from there, draw my line, both sides, and then I'm gonna clamp at the table and just use the table edge to bend it into place. That's the idea. We'll see if it works. Just gonna throw this in there, you'll laugh. I eyed this by throwing the tape measure through here to that side and stood here, not hooked to anything, and this went like this. I'm like, oh, 48 looks close. I did a little extra and like clamped this to the roof and got my laser level out and marked it right along the seatbelt line up to the tape measure. And then I came on this side right along the seatbelt line to the top and measured it out 47 1/4. Eyeball to, I say a little more technique, 3/4 of an inch. Not bad. I thought you'd find that funny. I did. Damn, not too bad, the old tape measure. Apologize, heater's going, that's going, everything's running, but I just wanted to quickly show how this turned out. It looks pretty minty. I thought it would be a little more aggressive, but I've tripled measured everything, so I'm gonna get to bending it. Thought I didn't slow-mo doing this, but I thought I'd show you how I set this up for bending. There it is, bent, so it's pretty close. 18 gauge, really easy to bend. I was overthinking this whole thing. I'll be able to make minor adjustments up there, no problem. It was a little flimsy back here because it's a big span, so I doubled and put another bar there. And I literally just use my hands, just because it's flexible, you use your knee. And then I have an angle finder here to get me kind of close. It needs a bit more. Not much more, a little bit more. Yeah, that's how I bent it though. Thought I'd straight along the edge of the table, 3 lines. Looks pretty cool. Throw it on there, see what happens. Well, that's different. Man, I don't know. I think that looks freaking sick. It's definitely, I did something, because it's way too wide. Like way too wide. I did something, how did I do that wrong? And if that bends like way sooner, I have to take a lot more off this. Like probably a couple inches or more. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. The angle looks good, but I don't know how that's out that far. Because this line should be here. So I'm not too sure what I did wrong there. Makes me want to do take this off totally and do it all in steel. Just get another sheet. Continue it down. I'm gonna do some thinking. Because I think that's gonna have to, I don't know what to do there. Darn, I don't know how I did that wrong. Okay, I think like good solid 5 hours have gone by. Yep. And I've not much further. One thing to do, put some kind of protectant on there. There's a few, hard to see them, but I scratched the absolute crap. The machine's already pretty scratched anyways. Like it cleans up good. Cover it up, because yeah, it's not good. I'm having one heck of a time with the angles in this, and I figured out something when I was working on the back. Yeah, this is the contraption I have to try and bend this properly. Where I messed up, took me a while to figure it out. I measured from the outside on both pieces, so 35, 47 1/4. Well, 35 is where I needed to end. So I needed to bend a lot sooner. That's why it was so wide. So this is the original line. And you can tell, then I took it apart and I rebent it here for the front. Then I couldn't get the back. So the back, now I have a nice radius. It's not as pretty because it's got some dents in it. My God. Also taken it off 3 times to trim and cut more, both sides. I think I've had it off, I think 5 or 6 times now. So I'm getting kind of tired of taking it on and off. I thought I'd give you an update on that. The issue I have is my table, whatever, 40 inches wide, and this is 35. So I can't get the radius. I messed around with that too forever. I'm gonna leave it at that. I messed around forever to get this right. Oh my God. I think we're winning. That side kind of comes down to straight. I need it to go like that. That's almost probably too far, but in. So I can do this side and try it. Okay, for all you guys sitting at home, laughing at me right now, go ahead, finish. Go ahead. Good, yep, you're right. Yep, good point. Yep, I know I'm an idiot. I'm not sure why I didn't see that sooner. Yes, I'm gonna try and fix it. Yeah, I know, I should have seen it. I should have thought of it. Sometimes you just have to have a temper tantrum, throw some shit around, and then look at a different way 3 days later and realize, why don't you put it on the table this way and bend it that way? I just didn't see it. I didn't. Well, this makes a lot more sense than what I was trying to do before. It still isn't correct. I just came back into the shop. I had it on the floor lying like this because I may or may not have thrown it off the machine 3 days ago and have not looked at it since. Yeah, it should work. I hope it does work. I'm gonna go and bend some more. They can make it fit. Way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Really, really frustrating too. I'll check back if this works and it's on there and it looks cool. I almost started doing some bracing and figuring out a way to fasten it down. Good times. Appreciate you telling me that I'm an idiot, that I was doing this wrong. You could have sent me a futuristic note and told me. What are you gonna do? Oh, another day in the shop, and I thought I'd update you because I've done quite a bit of stuff that I didn't record because it's time consuming, but it's pretty easy. I made the mounts for the rear, and then I took my 1/4" rod I showed you before and started here, took a measurement all the way around, and then just clamped it in place, and literally one little tack at a time all the way, and I did the whole thing. Now I'm just smoothing it off. I was gonna leave it rough because it like freaking looks pretty cool, but there's just enough little edges, and then if you take the grinder and get rid of the little edges, you can see where I tried it, it already kind of mellows it. Oh, it looks like shit. So I'm gonna blend it. Blending does look pretty nice. Like it really does finish it off. So I'll do the inside and I'll flip it over and do the other side. Beefed it up quite a bit. That's a lot stronger, and I'm gonna do at least one more. I haven't decided I'm gonna do 1 or 2. I'm gonna put it on there and have to look. That's that. Those are the mounts. How I came up with the mounts. So here, yes, I know I welded on the razor. Don't forget, disconnect your battery. But I got the right angle and just used some 1-inch flat bar. I did grind out a contour for the roll cage. Both sides are done, and that should sit. This piece here should slide underneath here, so it'll sit tight and flush. We're gonna bolt through. The bolt's gonna have to be just the right size. Thinking of this just now as I'm looking at this, smart thing to have done would have been put the bolts in first before I welded. Would have been really smart, and I could have fist sitting up here. I can't do that either because I gotta put that in first. Plan C, I might drill some of the plastic out here underneath, drill a 1/2-inch hole up there and pull through. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's kind of boring stuff. Sorry, I'm a monster. But it looks close. Close thing. So I'm gonna finish this up and throw it on there, but just wanted to show you. It looks good. This is not pretty, but you won't see that on the other side. Okay, that's the update. Looking good. Freaking pumped. It's gonna be sweet what's on there. It's not gonna be as pretty that I had in my mind. It never is, right? It never is. The angles and the way the roll cage is, you can see here is like a dent almost. I can probably get a bit of that out, but unfortunately that's the nature of the beast. That's the way it's gonna be. I'm glad it didn't go any thinner. You can kind of work with this stuff. That being said, 20 gauge probably would have been a little easier. You can kind of mold it a little easier, but welding on it, I bet you, is not fun. Okay, back to work. All right, the other piece welded in is seen in the time lapse. If I put that on there, I did quite a few more time lapse, but this project's a little longer than I thought it was gonna be. And this is as far as we're gonna get in this episode. Got some bigger ideas for it in the end. Probably can do that circle. And I'd like to do something in the back. Haven't figured that out yet. This side is not fitting very good. I think it's gonna need a lot more work. I had to re-weld some of this because it was cracking. Drop a comment. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. I'm on the fence. I've gone this far. I'm going to finish it because like I'll probably get 3 days into that if you believe it. I don't know. When it's painted black, we'll make it look totally different too, which I got to keep in mind. Tell me if I should put something on the back. Should I fill this in? The whole thing that flips up, or maybe something that just comes to here because the cooler comes to here. Should I put something straight down and like it's on an angle that fills in? I don't know. A lot of weird angles in the Pro XP. They look good, but they're hard to follow. This needs squared. I want to square this. It's gonna do it for this video. Like I said at the beginning, subscribe please. We're at like, I think we're at 875 now. It's like 125 more subscribers. Let's go. Let's hammer down. Give it a big old thumbs up. Hit the notifications because I'm not a consistent uploader. I'm not. Maybe in the future it will be, but right now I'm just not. So hit the notifications and we'll fucking see you later.